Hello world, it's your boy kreation2020. This is the kreation2020 podcast, and you are now locked in. Make sure you subscribe so you get the latest episodes and all the exclusives on your feed or whatever it is that you're using, Spotify or whatever. For today's episode, we'll be talking about, let's see, this one is just like a motivational piece, I guess I would like to call it. And I just want to say, man, to everybody's out there that's like with this catalyst life, that's with this creation life, that's like doing your own thing, that's trying to figure it out, it's just starting out, that's part of the rat race, trying to get out. You need a well-defined plan. Like, that's my issue, and that's the issue that I find a lot of people facing. They don't have a structured plan, and when they reach a certain level within your journey, they're conditioned to get excited and get and settle. I think like we're all victims of that. Like guilty. We're all guilty of that. You accomplish one thing, and it's like your goals are finally starting to like align, finally starting to make sense. And then you get happy, you get excited, and then the excitement leads you to like being derailed from the next task, the next objective, right? So it's just smart to like to stick with the course and to stay and remain motivated regardless of your outcome. Like, even if you're failing, if it's something that you could like rinse and repeat, then you got to do that. Like, my thing is a lot of like what I do is like rinsing and repeating, and I'm playing catch up in like a lot of shit, bro. Like personal finance, just like regular stuff, like my studies. Like I gotta like play catch up with myself just to be able to like make the decisions that's needed for like for me to move forward. You know what I mean? And for that, you need to be motivated. Like, your energy gotta be proper. Your mindset gotta be superb. And you just gotta like thrust, man. This thing don't come easy. And I'm like a really fall back type of guy. So I like for things to come easy to me. I really do. I'd rather things come easy to me than me having to like struggle for it. That's why I plan a lot. Like, that's why I like to plan ahead. Like, even in my studies, like I would want to like plan like the topics in them that I would want to tackle, the everything. Like everything boils down to planning. Like improv is good and all if you got the time, but I mean, I don't really have the time. I mean, I do, but then again, I kind of really don't, because I need to outperform my expectations. You know what I'm saying? And for that to happen, like, you gotta be motivated. Like alcohol, cigarettes, coffee, believe it or not, like all that shit. I mean, it's actually easily believable. It's not like believe it or not. It's actually easily believable. But all that shit takes away. It takes a toll. The drugs, like unhealthy food, all that shit takes away from your efforts of like purity. You know what I mean? And motivation is like the backbone of dealing with that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're motivated, when you're focused, when you're in your right state of mind, when you're like at like optimal peak, you wouldn't have to worry about like you wouldn't have to worry about like your efficiency not being what it is, what it should be, right? So yeah, it's just like smart to like just stick with the shit, beat on yourself, and like don't compromise, don't give up, don't make the shit so like simplified, you know? Like, put your best foot forward, try to do more than you can, and try to position yourself to be able to position others in higher positions, you know what I'm saying? Getting deterred is like a common thing, but it's what you do when you get deterred that counts, you know what I mean? So my advice to anybody like wanting to like get with this journey and like really make it to sound that's lucrative is that they would have to stay motivated. Like I like focus is like another thing, because even if you're motivated, you can only be motivated for so long, right? Like a lot of people have like short attention span. So even if you are motivated, you can only be motivated for so long. So if you do decide to want to do whatever it is that you want to do, you got to always keep in mind that you're gonna lose some like traction. You're gonna lose some battles, but you really just gotta like thrust and thrive. You really just gotta say fuck it, fuck everything, fuck everybody, and just like do and complete and thrive. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm maybe like this episode was like a little bit like too over the place, but it's your boy Creation. This is the kreation2020 podcast, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Until next time, holla holla, yeah, y'all, careless.